Do you like fast muscle cars? Do you like martial arts? Do you like a lot of gunplay and swordplay and action and techno music? Then you better learn to pull the trigger, because here we go. Welcome back to another Hanging with the Herons. My name is James, and I am super excited about this film, this episode of 365 movies in 365 days in 3 minutes and 65 seconds. Boom, here we go. Ooh boy, we got Blade. One of my all-time favorite action films, comic book films, amazing films, just really, really great. I am super excited to share this with you. If you've never seen this before, you need to see this film. If you like all those things I mentioned in the beginning, you've got to watch this. I watched this at a young age. Interestingly enough, I watched it after I saw the Spider-Man cartoon that premiered Blade, the character, in his television and film debuting, to my knowledge at least. I know that Blade goes back even into the 70s, I believe, as a comic book hero. I need to look further into that. I learned about him in the cartoon Spider-Man, the animated series, and then come 96, he has this film. It was just awesome. I mean, great action, great martial arts, fun, gritty acting, good characters, a decent amount, if you like this kind of thing, of like the blood and gore, but then like not too heavy. Some great lines, some great villains. It's a phenomenal film. I really enjoy this film. I hope you do as well. Let's get to that cast. So starting with Udo Kier, he's been in actually one of my other favorite films in the very beginning of this whole series as well, Ace Ventura. But he is completely different in this role. He does an excellent job. I really enjoy his character here. Donald Logue, who has been in several gritty action films like Max Payne and Ghost Rider, he's also been a lovable character as well. So I really like him in this film, being able to mix that up. He's great. In Bush Wright, our not so damsel in distress, Chris Christopherson, which is always fun to say, has been in everything from the TV show Columbo up into one of my other favorite films, the film Payback. He is excellent in this role as well. Then rounding it out to a great villain, because you love to hate him and you hate to love him, Stephen Dorff, just kind of a stud and all-around great actor, enjoyable in his role very much. Then of course our star, the ever-loving, excellent Weslie Snipes, excellent in White Man Can't Jump. Demolition Man, one of my other favorite films of his. He's just physically great. He's a great athletic personality, and he also has a lot of charm behind him. In this film, he's a little less charm, a lot more grit, and just kind of all-around badass. So I love this cast. Let's get into those quickfire facts. This one's kind of fun and near and dear to my heart. The Hanging with the Herons has a special place with Bradenton, Florida, which is actually the birthplace or where Vanessa Brooks is from, the mother of Eric Brooks being Blade. So that's kind of cool. In the initial Marvel comics, Blade was actually an Englishman and not an American. So that's very interesting, a different kind of take on that altogether. I feel like you do get a lot of that vampirism, vampire culture from European origin. Along with Denzel Washington and Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J was also considered to play the Blade character, but I don't feel like anyone could have pulled it off as well as Weslie Snipes did. He was just great. There is a scene in the film pre-Matrix, which is pretty interesting because it involves some bullet dodging, very similar to the camera effects they did in the Matrix that made it such a famous film. In case you were wondering, Blade's car is a 1968 Dodge Charger with modifications. And last quickfire fact, interestingly enough, going into most recent films that we've seen in the last 6 months to a year, Weslie Snipes got into Marvel and into the comic book film genre because he was actually being talked about doing Black Panther. Whoops. Well, here we are with Blade, and this phenomenal movie is nothing short of just fantastic. I hope you enjoy it. As always, comment below if you've seen it. Let me know what your thoughts are about the film. If you've never seen it before, please let me know what you think. And thanks for hanging with the Herons. My name is James. You've been watching another 365 movies in 365 days, and you know it, 3 minutes and 65 seconds. Boom, there we go. Peace!